So we want to go to the dining room? No, drawing room, which is on the other side of the house. And then the bar, because we haven't been in the bar yet. Because there might be a good time to chat with the bellhop as well. You're just hanging out in here. I think it was over here? Drawing room, yes.
Well, this is more of a turnout than I was expecting. To those of you I haven't met, I'm Fia Callahan, and I'm here to talk to you all about the other crowd.
I think it'd still give us enough time that we can go poke around in certain people's rooms as well, right?
Thank you all for coming. I hear a lot of you have come from far afield. So it seems only right that you should get to know this place, our home, a little better. We share this land with the other crowd, the Aishshi, or people of the Mound. You'll have heard them called many things, no doubt. The good people, the weak folk, the fair folk. Some of you will know them by the F word, but we won't be saying that here. And what are they? Sure, I can't tell you what nobody knows. The church would tie themselves in knots, trying to bend the truths of the world to fit their narrative. They want you to believe, first of all, that the other crowd don't exist. Then, secondly, once you know they are real, the church wants you to think of them as angels, ones that never took a side in the battle of heaven. Cast down to earth, and not hell, for they're sitting on the fence. Now, I've never heard anything of this ilk from any reliable source, only holy salesmen. Other people confuse them for types of ghosts. And given how similar the Banshee and Fargurtha are to ghosts, I can forgive that. But they are more than that. Some would say they are the land incarnate. Really, it's best to think of them as forces of nature.
And if it's anything like the Fae in D&D, they are chaos incarnate and will definitely run off and cause trouble.
They are no more good or evil than a storm. But you'd also want to stay out of the path of a bad storm. All that said, it's easier to avoid a storm. There are signs and you get warning. Not so with the other folk. Best you can do is be polite and leave your offerings. And to avoid them altogether, best not to meddle in anything that might catch their eye. That's the main reason we don't call them by their name. Or, you know, do strange magic on their doorstep.
And these fairy...
Please, sir, don't call them that. I've given you many's an alternative that won't draw their eye to this place, which you don't want. Trust me there.
My apologies, madam. These other folk, they differ from the winged fairies of children's stories, right?
As much as you and I differ from a wild animal. Yeah, all of Europe, probably further, has their own form of the good folk. Primordial forces of nature, all. As unknowable to us as a storm or wave. As I said, Catholic monks came and tainted history. Tried to write them out of existence, and when that failed, they tried to write the fear out of them.
Write the fear out of them.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the Fae folk.
Writing them as friendly winged sprites. Friendly to children and all.
Nope, they will more than likely steal your children.
Stories are powerful ways to change a land and its power. It's why the church always folded in the rituals and beliefs of a place they came to. Like in our case, how Ostara became Easter, Yule became Christmas, and Samhain became All Souls' Day, when the blessing of the graves gets done. Ah, look, I've lost my train of thought with all your questions. Where was I? What else? Oh, yes, speaking of Samhain, you all have costumes for the ball this evening.
Oh, shit,
Yes.
yeah, it is the ball this evening, isn't it? What time?
Ah, it is all good fun, see? My outfit will amaze.
Well, yes, but also no. Samhain is when the dead walk among us. You know this. Sure you're here for that, right?
Well, technically, yeah. I guess if it's tomorrow is Halloween, All Hallows Eve. I guess it's Day of the Dead, isn't it? The day before Hallows Eve, All Hallows Eve.
Well, when they leave, they don't always leave empty-handed. Some want to drag the living with them, jealous as they are. That's why we dress up as ghoulish figures, so they can't tell the difference between us and them and will leave us be. I can see some of your faces. Superstitious old bat, you're thinking. Maybe. It's certainly been said before. But just this 1 year, when you're pushing the barriers to their limits, you might do well to keep a superstition or two in your back pocket.
All right. End of
Right.
talk?
No more questions. I'm tired of trying to talk sense into you lot. Listen or don't. It's no skin off my nose.
All right. We done? Time to break into some rooms, though I guess we should tag, like, the people we haven't spoken to, notably her, and maybe get her. Right, so everybody else, you have stuff for a mystery with you. I guess we can ask about the locket. Alright, well, let's at least analyze. Folk jewelry. She has a tan on her skin as if she spent time working outside. Celtic cross around her neck, similar to many worn by Catholics in the country. Unusual hair colour, stark streak of white runs through her otherwise red hair. Patched up clothing. Her clothes have seen many repairs.
I should close the mystery of who fought with Miss Dean. If I can form a hypothesis, I will learn something useful for my investigation.
Right. Right, well, we're going to break into your room, but we're also going to get your schedule, I think.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
We have not. I'm Declan Ward. I arrived just yesterday, from Dublin. And yourself, ma'am?
Fia Callahan. No need for the formalities. I arrived at the hotel just a few days ago, but I've lived in the area all my life.
Ah, a local. A good person for a stranger to become acquainted to.
Oh, I'm not just local. I'm the local bandry, Declan. A wise woman. I've come to minimize the damage of this damnable seance.
You got beef with it? Right, we want to know your schedule. Any plans? Well, I do think it's quite likely I'll be out in the maze for most of it. I'm tending to the old well. Okay, she did the signs on it. It needs a great deal more care than it likes to let on. You're wrapping up slightly earlier today, are you? All right, you take care. Excuse me. Are we likely to see you once you get back home, or are you crashing at that point? Or just playing more Mech Warrior? Either or. It's either see you for a bit, or see you tomorrow, maybe. Lunch plans. Want to run through my talk with him, which we've just done. After that, dinner at 7. And then feet up for the night. As for tomorrow, it seems like the maze most of the day again. Declan, I've offered a few scrying sessions at the well. Otherwise, I still have lunch at 1. And I'm seeing the drawing room talks at 3 and 5. And then the seance. Okay. What does this actually mean? And I guess the stuff about the well could be pretty good as well. Hello, Frank! Evening, how goes it? Right, let's find out what Bandry was it? You mentioned you're a Bandry. What's that now? It's like a hedge witch. I offer treatments both physical and spiritual to the locals. I look after the land too, really, though. A land and its people are intertwined, so it's all one. The aftermath. Yeah, we want to know about that. Why do you think the seance is so dangerous? Declan, are you a holy man? I am. And you'd be of the mind that how all this works is God's will, God's design, yes. I suppose that would be fair. Whatever system you live by has starts and ends. To pull that apart with no plan to patch it up, mind, is an open door that was never meant to be opened. It's what the Greeks called Pandora's box. Oh, we can ask about the charm we found in the chimney. His horse eye, so we're very much going to be asking him about it. We could ask about the Fae. We could ask about Irish Grimoire. And I'd be tempted to ask about Morrigan as well. And I guess we could ask about you, but I don't think you're as important. And what does she know of the Malay... could be useful. What would be 336? Okay, there's a lot actually we could ask here. Okay, let's do... Go down the list. Let's do the Irish Grimoire. Are you familiar with this book, Miss Callahan? I'm not, and absolutely don't want to be. Whatever those sigils open and close, I don't want to be no part of. Is that what they say? Yes, one opens, the other closes. What, I cannot say, but it's old, powerful, and not for trifling with. Alright. This charm? Found this on the grounds. What do you make of it? Oh, look at that. I'd imagine you'd found it in a chimney or under some floorboards. Why you're poking around hard to reach places is your own business, Declan. It's a simple charm. Needs to be close to a person it's targeting. Looks like it's meant to bind a magic user. Stop them from moving or hurting another person. That sort of thing. Bloodlines. Did you know that Miss Dean hails from a powerful Malaysian bloodline? That's what I've been hearing, at least. Does she now? That little? No wonder she... Oh, I've no time to spend on bitterness, Declan. I'll hope she miraculously puts it to good use and leave it at that. Okay, the fact there is a horsehair charm and it's supposed to bind and protect, it makes sense now that the old stable groundskeeper kind of guy did let her protect her or something like that, didn't he, when we chatted with him? The well. You know anything about the hedge maze well? I know everything about it. Do you know that the gods themselves would have drunk water from that well? It's been imbued with their power. As long as the water is pure, the land around it will prosper. What do you know of Morrigan? Can you speak on Morrigan? And what could I tell you That she's a blood-hungry madwoman? Or that she's the great savior of this land? A mother of monsters and the lover of mankind? Maybe she's all of it? Maybe she's none? Maybe she's that and more? I don't truly know. I don't walk her path, and I've not met her. Monks who wrote down our ways edited our ways. So is she the villain they made her out to be? Maybe. But I'd wager she's more likely just a powerful and headstrong lass. That's villain enough for those monastic boys. I could ask about the other gods, but I've got 19 minutes, so I'm going to back out this conversation.
I'll let you go.
You take care now, Declan. And don't forget to get a bite to eat into you. It's going to be a long day.
Right. The fight. We do need to, like, verify your alibi, and then it will just leave him. And thankfully, you are here. So we're just going to verify your alibi. Excuse me. Nothing. Okay.
You again?
Yes, me again. The bridge game. There you go. Did you attend the bridge game the other night? Bridge game. That was... Tuesday. I did not. No, I was elsewhere. In my room, praying, I imagine. Yes, that would have been it. He has no alibi. Okay.
I'll be off, miss.
Don't let me keep you.
Right. So I presume that will actually state that he has no alibi now. Says he was not at the bridge game. Claims he was in room praying. Okay, right. Little light B&E. And I've got 18 minutes to do so. Can I do both? I kind of want to... Which room is more important? Like, the old Hedge Witch's maze or the Doctor's? You're about to celebrate getting home, but you have more work to do. Oh, no! Right. Upstairs. And I think it was down this corridor. Right. There's nobody around. That's Dupree's. Double check. Can't hear anything. Yep, I was imagine we should be able to get in now. Right? Without anybody taking us to the manager's office. Or breaking and entering. Is it breaking and entering if you have a key? Letters in there. Okay, we might do that. Is that just a footstool? It's just a footstool. Okay, more books. Oh, there's a suspicious note under the record. That's not a journal. They would say journal. More letters. Stationery tray. He's been taking photos. That looks familiar. Mary? Okay, okay, the ghost photos might be interesting. Aha! With a symbol on it. Research notes. Okay, which ones are important here? Actually, I guess I can check her room as well. As I said, moving around, going through rooms, does not cause time. Prodding individual things absolutely does. Yeah. She's not snuck back here whilst I was in her nephew's room. She's got a journal. Letters. That's research. Okay, research might be worth prodding. Okay. Scrying schedule. Okay. Nothing catches my eye. Nothing. Headache salve. Journal. Journal's always worth poking around and looking into. Okay, research. Letters. The schedule, journals. Plural. Multiple journals. Also, room 16. Actually, is he in the atrium? Scarrett, Erickson, Barbosa. Should we go into Miss Montavani's room? No, wait. No, she wasn't at the... Was she at the... She 100% was. Could go into there. Okay, right. This is an opportune time to do poking around. I thought we just missed breakfast. Most people be eating, I think. Do we have everybody's schedules? We have your schedule. You're in the drawing room. Actually, for a while now. Okay, so you're gone for a while. You're in the hedge maze. Miss Montavani. We don't know. We don't have her schedule. Okay, knowing these two are out of the room, at least for the next hour, I'm actually tempted. Also, do we know which room he was in? Dupree, Finns, Coventry, MacLeod, Lau. He's next door. Actually, we could poke around in his room. We know he's down there, isn't he? Yes. I am taking this opportunity to the other rooms. Because we need to verify. Because we do have a master key for this corridor now, don't we? How can we verify he was here? Oh, he's just drawing pictures of angels. And smoking heavily. Okay, 18 minutes. Catholic Bible. His journal. Nothing catches my eye. Just letters or stationery? Stationery. He's on the laudanum, okay. Or we have a lockbox. What size shoe is he? One shoe shows heavier wear, exactly what I'd expect from somebody using a cane as heavily as he does. His gait and stance must be quite distinct. I feel like that would definitely... potentially... like the fight thing? Guest alibis... No, it doesn't say anything for, like, the trail and such, does it? Okay. Sure. Let's do all the poking around in here. Let's get his schedule? I don't think we have his schedule, do we? We do. He's in the drawing room until the end of the hour, so yeah, he might come back here. Nothing was that one. Okay, so his journal. Recent brush with death seems to be a common thing. One he wants to put a stop to. Caught a glimpse, though. This is just before I passed out. The pale glowing shape, out of reach again. The moment I knew it. 1583, that's 100% the combo to the lock. Thanks to Miss Hisham's jars. Everything I need now to trap it, apart from its bloody name. But soon I'll have it. It won't escape me again. I have an awful notion to open one of these jars. Sheer curiosity, best not. Okay, so the archaeologist is making soul traps? Or supplying them? Sequence of numbers. Year John D. Was given the Enochian language, entrusted with the ability to truly speak with the angels. If he and I are special, if it is of the same sort, then it's only a matter of translating the language. A horrific sketch. The adjacent note says, had it, just for a moment, and then gone again. But I'll try again. Have it back. So this is why it's taking the Laundum probably to trip balls and maybe see angels. Saturday 7 p.m. Changing rooms. McLeod. Why does she want to meet? Okay, we do know the name McLeod. At least it's in private. Hopefully she'll be looking for some fun. Good God, I hope Evelyn comes to her senses soon. I'm so bored without her. Okay, 1583. Wonder what it is. Would it be... Check. Maybe I got the combination wrong. Oh, it's because it's supposed to be on that line. Okay, right, sorry. There. I was doing it that one. No, it's this one here. There you go. Pages. Okay, some more of those symbols. It seems to be that in the past he used something called Enochian magic to commune with something he believes to be an angel. His notes and tools here seem to be part of the rituals he's used to that end. Though he has also employed near-death experiences, other unwise methods to talk with this entity. See ritual markings with trapping circle, and now, if only I could summon it, written next to them. Jars labeled soul jars. They have an odd symbols on them, and some sort of fluid inside. They're piss jars, right? Right. Can I close it back up again? You have returned! Right. I was never here. I was definitely here. Right. Sketches of angels. What was in this one? This one had a letter. Letter from Cathal O'Meara's mother checking in on him. Storen, when the science of yours is done, do come home. Your sisters want to see you before her wedding. And it would do me good to see you too. It's been too long since you last visited. I worry for you, dear boy. Your peers are starting to talk. Angels might have chosen you, but have regard for your earthly self. That's who I know as my son, remember? It's okay. Well, if you're not here, then whose stream am I watching? I mean, I'm never quite with it, to be honest. Right. Nothing for the clothes. I guess possibly hidden under the clothes, but I don't think we're prodding anything. I guess the laudanum. How much of the laudanum has he taken? He has a lot of painkillers here. On all of the drugs. Okay. I think that's everything, unless there's something tucked in the pages of the Bible. Sections called out and notations made around everything that refer to angels. Okay. Fairly sure. Is there anything hidden? No. I think that's everything, and there's a good chance he comes back to this room. So we don't want that. Right, back to the atrium. Like I said, I think we're safe poking into Montavani's room as well. Because I'm fairly sure she's at the talk, but we only have 9 minutes, so only a light probing, right? We want to see what she's actually suffering from. Pneumonia or something. Note. Schedule. Actually, again, her schedule's not terrible, because we don't know when she's coming back, actually. Yeah, let's grab that, and then we'll know whether we've got a safety margin or not. She's in the drawing room. Right, yeah, she might be back in 8 minutes' time. Pill bottles. There's a book there. Lockbox with... Okay, right, we might crack that open. Letters. Postal order. Contract. Well, we saw that pinned to a wall anyway. Tarot deck. Okay, we've got a couple of photographs as well. Oh, actually, there's something in the bin. That... Oh. She's got the consumption, hasn't she? She's coughing up blood. Another symptom of her illness, no doubt. Yeah. Right, is she hiding anything under the bed? No. Okay. Yeah, 7 minutes. Let's break into the box. Damn it, lost it. Okay, right. Not that then. Maybe something like that? Have we seen a symbol like this? Hang on a second. Give me a chance to back out. Let's have a look at my records. Do we have... No. Okay, we might not be able to break into this one. Yet. Alright. Empty bottles of medication. Manage her symptoms. I wonder, has she been seeing a doctor while here? I want to read that book? No. Let's... 5 minutes. So 1 note. Schedule we already did. So 1, 2, 3. Tarot deck? No. The photos, maybe. We want to be out of here before. Let's do... Note. Note from Mr. Dupree confirming a meeting in the drawing room. Does not say a time. I think we have that time, though, anyway. A letter in Italian. The ink is small circular stains that I recognize as teardrops. Las Cassini Montavani. Contracts. No, photos. We'll do the photos. Group people posing in front of a farmhouse. A few of them look like Miss Montavani. This must be her family and their home. Photo of a young Miss Montavani with a mother, grandmother, maybe? Miss Montavani's family seems very important to her. Alright. Let's get out of here before she might come back. Was it? The Callahans, we know we're safe for those guys because they are preoccupied for a little bit. Right? Callahan, yeah, she's going to be in Hedge Maze. Probably messing around with the well, though. That might actually be worth it. And you're going to be in the drawing room for a bit. Let's completely toss their rooms. There we go. Journal. I bet that wee Jackin has reached out to Rory too. I won't let her take him. I won't, whatever the price. Jackin, whoever she means, is from Dublin, and she does feel feel kindly towards them. Well, Evelyn Dean was from London, right? So not her. Yep, nobody's walked in on me. Letter to Fia from her sister-in-law. Instruction to allow no harm to come to her boy, Dr. Callahan, I assume, unless she wants something worse than a few white streaks in her hair. Okay. She seems concerned that her son is wasting his time and risking his life with this mystical path. From reading this, it seems she is an acclaimed and respected doctor with the potential of a quite lucrative life ahead of him. If only he would focus on it. Nothing in there. Alright, the research notes. It seems Miss Callahan is making notes on the other guests. Erickson, a fraud, and a poor one at that. Barbosa, a poor lamb, is lost here. There's no trace of actual magic off her. I figure none of the staff would have a Dreyish, but Hunter has training. Okay, so he has a semblance of random books, a journal, Here, more people have had those strange dreams. They all start innocent enough. In the manor, lots of out-of-place doors, seeing those spirals, an urge to attend the seance, then becomes deeper over time. Steph, those I get anything from. Actually, typo here. Those I get anything from. Their dreams have moved on from the seance. They have darker messages, frustration, and longing to leave. Trapped animals. Stranger still, they seem to be experiencing one another's dreams, like a big stew pot of experiences, all mixed together. How is that? Rory is planning some newfangled investigation. I'll leave it to him. I need to stay focused on the well. Headaches. Labeled until your headache passes, aunt. It's unused. Just clothes. Little of interest. Scrying schedule. It's like a hasty schedule of sorts titled Weekends Well Scrying. We're Saturday today, aren't we? Sunday, 11 a.m. with Carmela. 2 o'clock with Lloyd. 6 o'clock with Quarantine. There's also no. Make sure everyone has directions for the hedge maze. Nothing in the fire. It's definitely a man's boots. So I don't think there's anything else. Let's go next door. Did he sneak in whilst we weren't there? Can't hear anything. Good. Right. He had pictures, and it seemed to be the same picture we got sent of Evelyn Dean. Wait. His camera was here when we were in here last. Aha. Wait. It might still be here. It's just invisible. Yeah, I'm bouncing off something. Like, I'm just going to try and walk forward. You saw that, didn't you? Yeah, 100%. It's meant to be here. It's not loaded in or something. Letter from Fear to Rory ordering him home for this grand seance. His research notes. Notes on the event. It seems Doctor is preparing a research paper on the events of this weekend. Letter from Miss Dean. She's thanking him for the offer to tutor her, but she says she wants to learn from a true master. Fear. Okay, so letter has been crumpled up more than once, as if he's been taking it out, rereading it, and then discarding it all over and over again. Okay, little bit obsessed. These look like medical records, maybe, but they're masked by a sigil. What do we reckon? Do. That's actually not terrible. Did it work? It did indeed. Dr. Callahan's case files. Contains his notes on Miss Mantovani. According to this, she does not have long to live. Irregular heart rhythms, onset of organ failure, and a weakness of the blood. He's not sure what is causing it, but seems to believe that wouldn't help her anyway in this late stage. All he can do is minimize her pain in these her final days. Doomed to die is one of my notes now. Okay. That's not great. Okay. What's in the tray? Tray used for developing photos. That is just stationery. Okay. Bottles. That's chemicals for developing photos. Yeah. Alright. Mary. Mary as in Mary Blake, the Marcus's deceased wife. Looking out a very specific window. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to look for. This is O'Meara. Image of Mr. Mirror did not come out so well. Oh no, it's just he's got an angel sat next to him, I guess. That's Miss McLeod. I can see she's not shadowed by anything here. She looks a little lost without Mrs. Lau by her side. The chapel. This must be the church at the back of the grounds. And finally... Oh no, is it Miss Darcy actually? Photo of Evelyn Dean. I was going to say, she looks more haunted than in the other picture I have. I wonder why. But this confirms for me that the doctor took the photo I now have. Did he send it to me then, or was it taken from his room? I'm more interested in the note under the record. Gramophone record, note to self, request gramophone to room, so I can attempt to use this music to re-enter the dream and find out what's going on here. He's been dreaming. He seems to be trying to revisit the dream too. I wonder if the record I already have can be used for that purpose. Also, the note, can I not? Or is it just like the note is tied to the record? I guess it may be. Various correspondence on the topic of occult and its place inside the scientific studies. Book appears to have been read many times. Okay, so it's an irrelevant book. Does he have anything under the bed? Like a symbol? No. Oh no, we read that one, didn't we? Yeah, okay. And that's it, maybe? Yes, I think. Right. Find the right window that Mary's ghost might have been staring out of. I think it's probably... it would be near the residence, right? I think it's downstairs. I think it might be near the residence. Maybe looking into the courtyard. It was like kind of around a corner, like there, maybe. And also, if we can chat with our last male suspect that might have been arguing with Evelyn Dean. Oh, there's people down there, which we can eavesdrop from all the way up here.
Does all this not bore you?
Should it? It's fascinating, in a way. Lots of case studies, certainly.
Well, it's nothing like your usual sort of thing.
Oh, it's not all scientific, but... Look, you're talking to a woman with a shrine in her room. I'm not entirely clinical. Besides, look at you. Ivy, I said I would come with you. Do you expect me to regret it?
I suppose. I just thought, what with how things are,
You're always the first one to know when my tempers run short. Do you suppose I've managed to hide it from you, of all people?
Seem like they've got a very close relationship, don't they?
Besides, you know I would take any excuse to spend my time with you.
Very close relationship.
Oh, good grief. But you are always so sweet.
Oh, don't look away like that. Everything will be all right.
No, I just... Maybe it will.
But these two I haven't spoken to yet, so I at least need to get schedules and such, right? I don't suppose you two down there are talking as well, are you? Yes, there's more eavesdropping can be done. There we go. I'm just going to eavesdrop.
Oh, no, miss. I'm fine, thank you.
Please, Mrs. Joyce, I beg of you to listen.
Please now, Miss Mantovani, I said I'm fine.
But I do not need the cars to see how much you carry. You need rest. Now, my room is big and grand. And a horror to clean, I am sure. You were there an hour on Friday. That is an hour best spent at rest. It is needed. And I am more than capable.
I? You mean to say that... Why would you? No one's ever... You're very kind, but no, this old place won't keep itself, and I want everything ready for the séance. You all deserve that.
Alright. Well, she fucked off. Okay. Let's go chat with these two. So I can at least get them tagged. Sure, let's do some analysis. We're here for the analysis paralysis. Innocent bearing. She presents herself more like a child than an adult. White heather hairpin. A collection of small dried white flowers in her hair.
I don't believe we know each other, do we? Have you just arrived?
Only recently. Declan Ward, miss.
And are you, Mr. Ward? Were you meant to be here, or did something bring you suddenly? Oh, blast. That shouldn't matter. Oh, and now I've forgotten to say my name. Ivy MacLeod. I'm sorry. You have me all flustered. I am host to the second sight, you see. I know things. Or at least I should. It feels as if, since coming here, I'm host to nothing anymore. I should have known you were going to be here. And be late. But it's just more proof that something is wrong.
Alright, let's get your schedule at the very least. And then I guess we'll talk about your second sight. Do you know how you're going to spend today? I mean, other than the ball later? I think I'm going to go to Miss Mantovani's. Okay, that's at 5. So we've got 40 minutes to kill, apparently. I'd like to hear what she has to say. Apart from that, I don't really know. Perhaps I'll get some fresh air unless it gets too cold. Well, I don't have any services that suit me, so I think I'll take a walk in the garden while Victoria is at church. Okay, so Victoria Lau's going to be at church, after which I hope she'll join me for the walk. Naturally, we'll want a good lunch at some stage. We shouldn't attempt to raise the dead on empty stomachs. Have your timetable. Well, sure, we'll ask about the second sight stuff then. Would you tell me about your ability of yours, miss? Normally I would joke that I knew you were going to ask that. But since coming here, it's cloudy and, well, I feel blinded in a way. But I've put the cart before the horse. You don't even know what it is that I've lost yet. Passed down by blood through Scottish families. It's not uncommon. A fair few people have the ability, at least a little. It just so happens that I'm the only one in my family to have any measure, and it came in very strong. The thing that was in the fireplace did also bind magical abilities. And if hers is bloodline, she's a sorceress. If we can get into her room, we could maybe find out whether she's got one of these charms binding her as well. Or used to. Since arriving, I've been cut off. Surely I should have seen the warning of that. I don't think there's anything else. The heather. Nah.
I'll let you be, miss.
Take care, Mr. Ward.
And Victoria. Let's analyze. What's the cameo brooch? Morning cameo. Jet and ivory cameo depicting a man's silhouette. It is memory of someone, but who? Watchful expression. She has an acute gaze, no doubt watching events quite carefully.
I don't think we've met. Who might you be?
My name's Declan Ward. Miss,
Ah, the man from this morning. The man from room number 4.
Good memory.
I am Mrs. Victoria Lau. How do you do?
Mrs. Lau. A pleasure. Another seance attendee?
Indirectly only. I am Miss MacLeod's chaperone. The event itself is not to my taste. I am here for her, and her alone.
Chaperone. Okay, interesting. Chaperoning, exactly. Let's get your timetable, very least. Then we've got most people, I think. Know how you're going to spend today? I've convinced Ivy to spend some time in the library throughout the day. It's surprisingly expansive from what I've seen so far. And as a fair trade-off, she wishes to visit Lottie, the one of the horses. Again, there's some definite typos in here. And then, of course, the ball. That should prove interesting. Then on Sunday, I'll be attending church service at 11 a.m., of course. After that, well, you'll think me quite the bookworm, Mr. Ward. I'll be dragging Ivy to the library again. Before the seance, I will be attending a silent dinner at 8. You mentioned you were chaperoning? You said you're Miss MacLeod's chaperone, yes? She needed someone to accompany her for this event. I wanted to see Island. That, and she's my closest friend. Had little reason to turn her down. I have no skill like Ivy does, but I am interested in being here. I noticed your cameo. Wearing a cameo, may I ask who it depicts? Yes, it's my late husband. Well, I'm no longer expected to dress in mourning for him, and he would not have wanted me to continue on so anyway. I rather like to keep the cameo. It keeps him close. Ivy's ability. Discuss. Also, I guess I should check whether they've had dreams as well. Companion mentioned something called second sight. Really? It's what brings us here. I know it sounds outlandish, Mr. Ward, but she is genuine. Somehow Ivy gains visions of the future, or knowledge she shouldn't know. I don't know how. I wish I did. That's how I met her, you know. She pulled me aside at a party to give me a warning, a total stranger to her though I was. She predicted my husband's passing. Perhaps if I had been more open, if I had listened, acted sooner. After his death, I had no question about her ability. She was there while I mourned, and in time, we became friends. She mentioned it's weakened since coming here. Strangely enough, yes, I might have expected the opposite. Dreams? I've had the strangest dreams that the night I arrived, like I was trapped in the corridors of this place. Oh god, I know those dreams. Wandering a long corridor, trying to find a way out through its many doors, feeling that something else is there. You know, I've drawn the symbol I saw there and showed Miss MacLeod. and she has seen the very same ones in her dreams. I'm sure we both saw it here amidst the decorations, or who knows where. It's unsettling still. Okay, so these two definitely have to attend the seance as well. Aside from that, I think we're good then. Alright, I'll leave you girls be. I need to
Farewell, Mr. Ward.
head out into the maze to check on Fia with the... Oh, actually, mystery. Yeah, we need to check on Fia about the... well, right? Also, everybody's highlighted now. Well, those that I've solved. So those 5. The others are very much lit up. Right, out we go. I'm also tempted to maybe go into the stables, see if he's there as well. What's his name? Hunter. Gardens. Can't get to the stables this way, can we? Yes, we can. Yes. Is he over here? So we know the name of one of the horses is Lottie. Whether that helps, I don't know. He's not here. He is, he's hiding. He's stealthy. I think fancy a bit well maintained. I'm interested in the note. A piece of torn newspaper used stopped fresh paint getting on the floor. It's dated Tuesday 26th, the night Evelyn went missing. There's a new coat of paint on this door. The others lack. This hinge is new as well. Latch is ill-fitting, as if trying to and failing to match the previous placement. This door is recently replaced. I wonder why. Can I go inside then? Apparently not. Repaired store door. Actually, can we scooch? No, there's nothing out back. I feel like I might be able to poke my head in, but no, it's not letting me. Well, we know there was a damaged one. Water trough. Fresh water. Well, we know about the smashed up one. Still don't know the combo. Definitely nothing over here. The fact that this is a spot, like it's out the way and that, it feels like it could or should be something. Just seeing if anything lights up. Okay, right. Alright. Let's go into the maze. Also, we're 6:10 as well. So, I guess we'll get to the top of this hour. Bar Gardens, yes. And then we might knock it on the head there. We've eliminated some people from our lines of inquiry. There's still one suspect we haven't really got any alibis for. One says they were in their room. Oh, here he is, actually. Let's see if we can get info on you then, shall we?
Mr. Ward, how are you?
Not bad, Dara. How are you? Yes, we want to ask about the charm. We want to ask about the cigarette burn, but that's more the housekeeper thing. The bridge game. Where were you? Yeah. Here there was a game of bridge on Tuesday evening. Oh, I guess I wouldn't know. That sort of thing is for guests and staff serving drinks. And I, as I'm sure you can tell, am neither. No, I was still outside trying to get the stable door done before the night chill set in. Stable door? Did you have to fix one of the stable doors recently? Oh, aye. Lottie got spooked and kicked the latch clean off the door itself. She was in quite the mood. They all were, really. There's no spare stall either, so I had to get one and fix it in place. It's too cold to leave them out in the pasture. When was this? Did something cause her to get spooked? It was Tuesday, just gone. Can't think what set them off. Wonderful creatures, horses, but they're not always clever. They'll frighten us just about anything. Rabbits, birds, puddles. Okay, so we got 2 with no eyewitnesses. Right, this charm uses horsehair. Found this in the grounds. What do you make of it? Did you know? Well, I wouldn't do much good just lying around. It need to be hidden somewhere close to the person it was intended for. At least, I imagine that's how these things work. Yeah, he has had some training. He's playing dumb somewhat. Statement, Mr. Vi took the opportunity to meet with the other housekeeper and coordinate rotas the following day. Okay. So he wasn't involved in that? Was a staff meeting on Tuesday evening? Yes, Mr. Varley had a sit-down planned with myself and the housekeeper. I got out of it on account of the stall door needed fixing. Afterwards, Miss Joyce was complaining about something or other that he said. Wasn't anything of note, mind you, just that she likes to complain now and then. Alright, I think that's probably enough.
Right, yeah.
We've got 2 people with no... Everyone else is accounted for. I must have been Mr. O'Meara that was arguing with Miss Dean. Should find him. I have questions for the man. I mean, nobody else can corroborate he was... I guess it was fixed. But still, he could have done a really quick job of it. Right. You 2 are chatting in it. Oh, I guess I can listen in.
Oh, Mr. Dupre. I'm almost disappointed. I would stay clear of that one. I have my suspicions about her.
Mrs. Darcy, if I didn't know any better, I would think... Can I help you, Mr. Ward?
No, I was just passing by.
Sorry
to interrupt.
I need to do a better...
All right. We were done talking anyway.
I need to do a better job of eavesdropping, apparently. I've been clocked twice now. Okay, to the well! Actually, no, I can only get the eavesdrop kind of click once I'm at a certain range, can't I? So there's a good chance that, that was scripted, potentially. Right, is she still hanging around? Nope, she's gone. Okay, the well was near the bridge. That was over here, right. There we go. We can look at the well. Sturdy, well-crafted. Covered in markings. Okay.
Ah, Declan. Aren't you fierce good coming back to see me?
her aunt's shadow while scrying. How does this work? I've heard that you've been known to offer people well scrying. What is that exactly? Well, to put it simply, scrying means looking. Looking for answers or to somewhere you couldn't otherwise see. And wells have a lot of power about them. You know, if you ask a question to one, it might give you answers. If you're lucky, it'll even show you what you're looking for. That's what I do. I ask the well for answers or information. More often than not, it more than provides. Your nephew? Also, maybe find out what she knows of Milesians. Do you think it's hard for Rory being your apprentice of all these years? It's been a long road, yes, but really, in my shadow since he's been in my shadow since he was small. Even now, I'm worried that little shadow could disappear entirely inside my own. But he can still be a bit in his own head. Tries to think his way through when he should be feeling instead. That'll get you in just as much trouble as never stopping to think in the first place. He'll get there. He just needs... he's just not there yet. Also, actually, do we have the thing of, like... We found the note that he screwed up about... Evelyn wanting to actually just be taught by her.
I'll let you go.
You take care now, Declan. And don't forget to get a bite to eat into you.
Right. Is there anybody else out here that we know of? The priest. Okay. Still don't trust the priest. Don't know, because we can't get into the basement yet. Barbosa. Those two... courtyards. Okay. We need to locate O'Mara. Yeah, I don't trust you, but I don't think we have any real questions for him right now. So we've got... Oh, no, wrong turn. 22 minutes. Oh, so those rusty locks and like the various gates, like we do have a screwdriver. Can't we not just pry the padlocks open? Speed up the investigation. Can I eavesdrop from like crouch around the corner? No, like I said, we need to be at a certain range, don't we, to be able to do it. Double check that there's nothing out of place out here. No. I wonder if we just go to his room and confront him. That might be possible. Okay. Where was he? So when does the bar open? We are here. We need to be upstairs. Actually, we could... Let's get to the basement. No, yeah, we just go upstairs to the bedrooms. There's a good chance he's in there. Also, we could talk to Miss Montevani about, like, being sick. Let's just double check the other rooms, like maybe telegraph and such. Oh, I'm just going to do a spot of eavesdropping.
What do you mean the forge isn't set up? I sent word ahead.
I'm sorry, sir, but our telegraph machine was not working, so we must...
Gods no, I didn't telegram. Terrible yoke. Wouldn't go near one. No, my cousin only came by a few weeks ago and told you.
Do you know who we spoke with?
How would I know that? Do you think he walked halfway across the country to give me a thumbs up?
No, of course not, sir. Regardless, even if we had received word, there is no working forge. Only the anvil remains, and that is ornamental.
And your horseman? How does he shoe his horses then?
I believe he takes them to a place in Guildford.
Ah, here.
Alright. After a forge? I don't know why, but sure. I doubt there's anybody in the luggage room. Nope, didn't think so. Great base to, like, just hide, though, sure. Like, nobody's going to be going there until the end of the weekend. But we've been in many times. Stealing Ouija boards. Okay. Anybody sending or receiving telegrams? Nope. Anybody out front? Also, whilst the manager's at the front desk, we could root around in his office a bit more, but I don't think there's any need to, really, is there? Unless he's hiding keys. Nobody's having a cheeky cigarette out front. Nope. No, doesn't look like it. Nothing out of place. Okay, the only thing left really is breaking and entering. We've got 22 minutes. That's enough to toss somebody's room, isn't it? Whose rooms have we been through? Barbosa... Skerrit? Have we been through his room? I don't think so. We could go and have a look in our room and whether there is a symbol underneath the bed. Yeah, I thought we just try and find the weaseled little playboy and see if we can confront him. Yeah, definitely can't. Oh, actually, there's another picture of a vase. Service door down to the basement, presumably for deliveries and the like. No, but I'm trying to get there. Another of Miss Hisham's vase drawings. She seems to misplace them near the basement entrance. Okay, that's 2 for 2 now. Like, near basements, right? Wait. Oh no. Is that something in its mouth? Possibly. Look. Well, seems to be used well. If Miss Dean came this way, I doubt it would have. They would have been spooked. I guess it's just its teeth. It looks like it's just had something sticking out, though, right? So we still haven't figured out what the number 451 was related to. Right. We had that on a piece of paper. Right, was it one of these windows? Do we still have a copy of that photo? Family photos? No. It was... the photos of... I guess they're not relevant. We want the photo of Mary, don't we? Where could that be? Somebody unknown. Documents. These? No. Okay. But yeah, it kind of looked like one of these windows, didn't it? The ghost figure of Miss Blake? Yeah, because it was Mary Blake. Oh, hello. What are you doing here?
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me?
Yeah, why are you hanging around the basement? Yes, these drawings. Have you been drawing a vase? The vase of Nectanebo. I can see it when I close my eyes. Long buried and then long lost. It should be somewhere here in these halls. But it is not here to see. Somehow, someone has hidden it away. But where? The basement, the church, Blake's own residence. I can find nothing. If only I could find some records. Excuse me, I'm passionate. Okay, records requires the library then, doesn't it? Also, fascination with this jar? As far as you're studying, is it an artifact you have a particular interest in? I discovered it had been acquired by a member of the Irish gentry a few years ago. As is true of so much of our history in Egypt. It was taken from its rightful home and kept as a souvenir. Supposedly it's stored somewhere among the Blake's possessions. I would be interested in seeing it. Also, on the subject of container vessels, these soul jars? Does the term soul jar mean anything to you, Miss Hirschham? Well, it's not technically my field of expertise, but there are jars used to capture the essence of living beings. Not all of them, of course. Soul jars are part of funereal rites in the East and real-world effect. With no real-world effect. But I suspect here you're asking about the magical type I outlined. I guess that's all we got from her. Alright.
I'll leave you be.
May Allah guide you.
If you get through that door, do let me know. I want to poke around the basement as well. Dining room. Is the bar all locked up? Wait, no, that's the residence down there, isn't it? Is the bar near the residence? I guess it is. Oh no, the bar was at the side here, wasn't it? Yes, there you go. Who's drinking? I mean, the sun's past the yardarm somewhere, right? Let's just have a quick poke around, because we've never been in here. No, actually, I think the time we came, it was locked. Game of chess. Chessboard, someone started playing, but didn't get very far. A few darts abandoned on the board, so no signatures. Random marks. Book. We do want to have a word with you about several things, but first and foremost, don't hit me with a stick. Right. J'accuse! The fight. Mr. O'Mara, did you fight with Miss Dean on Tuesday in the hedge maze? This is important. Right, okay, yes, we fought. Is that why you didn't go after her later that evening? Yes, I thought she had drank herself stupid and she'd wake up in the hedge the next day and regret everything. What did you fight over? Well, lots of things. She was drunk when I met her. She'd been drinking all day. She came to me and said something, or somebody was after her. Not physically, maybe. Spiritually. Astrally. As I say, she was drunk and unclear. She couldn't see their face. She said, but they had a Christian aura. Or something. She was specific on that point. I chalked it up to overindulgence. Told her to go sober up in her room. She did not like that. Why did she come to you? We were engaged, or rather, I wanted us to be. I asked her to marry me. We'd been courting. I wanted to make it official. She didn't want to be caged down. Didn't need a man to protect her, all of that. So naturally, when she came to me for help, I threw it in her face and left. And seeing her later, I called out and she ignored me. Still furious, I assumed. So I left her be. Of course, I didn't expect to not see her the following day. I took some food up to her room, but, well, I forgot where she was staying. Then I forgot that I forgot until I saw you at her door. Or came back and I panicked. I thought maybe I was responsible for her disappearance. And I thought maybe you would think that, but I love her, Mr. Ward. You should know that. I just want her safe. I'll see to it that she is. Thank you for your... this has been helpful. So is there anything else I can ask you about? Nokian magic. Soul jars, Lord non-angels. Nah. Feels like using up our precious time. Right.
I'll be off, Mr. O'Mara.
Don't let me keep you.
Okie doke. Let's make some assumptions, shall we? Miss Dean fought with... Mr. Romero when he rejected her plea for help? What if? Yep.
So, Miss Dean was asking for help as she felt somebody with a Christian aura was after her?
It's the priest.
Mr. O'Mara refused her plea because she previously turned down a marriage proposal from him. He felt he had offered to protect her then, and she turned away from him. This was his form of poetic revenge. He says she stormed off then, and they only saw her once more, wandering the halls in her magical trance. What does this tell me about the culprit?
The pestering, they are Christian. Well, I guess the Christian aura thing.
Yes. Miss Dean seemed convinced whoever was threatening her was a Christian. Well, given the location, I'm sure most people are Catholic or Protestant, but there are likely some I can rule out based on this. What to do next? The ball is this evening at 9 p.m. and might provide a more relaxed place to talk with the guests. Until then, I should explore the grounds and perhaps see what else I can learn about the suspects, to help me eliminate some of them against the facts I now have on the culprit. I have picked up another fact about the culprit. I wonder if there's anyone I could eliminate as a result.
Well,
and if not, what investigating can I do to allow me to learn some useful facts?
we know the archaeologist is obviously Muslim because she kept referring to Allah. But yeah, there's been, well, definitely not the druid. Definitely no Christian vibe from him, right? Okay, I guess we can click culprit and able to write. Medium shoes can be use magic. No pre-mana history with Miss Dean. They're Christian. Yeah, some people did write to her, I can remember. Were like in conversation with. And we can literally kind of hit eliminate buttons. Going to die this weekend. Find sketches. Paraphernalia with angels. Knew Miss Dean before arriving. Yes, so that's qualifies as they have no pre-mana history. So I guess we can eliminate. Do we go through and start eliminating them, or is that maybe next time? As it is gone 6:30. Midfist is noted as magically talented by Miss Callahan. Yeah, so like, and we know he has the symbol of Saint Bridget on the stables there. I think this is easy elimination though, right? It's not Donald. Let's eliminate you. We can toggle it off actually, so that's fine. We'll eliminate you. She's carrying a cross. Well, I'm going to eliminate you as well. Notably, Ivy McLeod was not attending any think on Sunday. Vanessa was, but Ivy McLeod wasn't. We just got to check a load of boots because they apparently wear medium shoes. Yeah, we'll leave it be there. I'm just wondering what else we can ascertain in the 13 minutes before 5. Timetable. We is. Oh no, the bar actually opened at 4. This is why we couldn't get in before. Okay, so this was an ideal time to come here apparently. You're in the atrium, Old Gardens, Hedge Maze, room 17. Old Garden, Hedge Maze, Old Garden, drawing room. Yeah, let's have a word with Doyle. We need to find out more about the priest, which we definitely don't trust.
Hello again, sir. Need something?
Apparently you're the man to ask about your supply. Okay. Yeah, I guess we haven't actually got his schedule. Like, that might actually be... Yeah, actually, we've not actually asked him any questions yet, surprisingly. Okay, let's get your timetable. Interesting. Most of today floating around. Bring drinks to rich folk. Very exciting. 4 PM open the bar. I'll be breaking my back all morning lifting boxes into the basement storage for late deliveries. Thanks to Varley getting a blasted telegraph machine working again. Is that not noteworthy? At least I'm back at the bar once again. There for the most part until the seance at 9. Okay. Father Sinnott's sequence. Strange symbols. Actually, let's start with the unusual Celtic cross. Don't recognize the cross you're wearing. Does it have a particular meaning? I don't know. It seem to always have had it. I don't care much for the church, God forgive me, but I wear this daily. It's part of me, I guess. What's that about, eh? Yeah, Father Sinnott. Somebody dropped this note. Do you recognize the symbols so I can return it? No, what do they... Actually, I do recognize. Please, put that away. It's messing with my stomach. Alright. What do you know of the Eon? It's like an angel, right? Is that right? How do I know that? I don't think I've ever heard that term before. Can't find it, Father. This place, it's protecting... Ugh. Okay, he's having a funny turn, isn't he? Do you have any weird dreams, Manny? Oh, it did say, like, the staff didn't have those dreams. I don't know if that's a waste of my time. Let's start with the charm. Found this in the grounds. What do you think of it? I've seen Mr. Hunter with that kind of thing before. He's into old-fashioned stuff. Yeah, okay, that confirms that then. Big shadowy figure. No, it's just going to bring up, like, the giant folk again, isn't it? I don't think we're going to get much more out of him. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to waste my last 8 minutes.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah.
No, can we poke around behind the bar? I haven't noticed another one of these. Did you put this here? Oh, one of the staff putting these around the manor. Yeah. It's very much Caitlin's thing. Entertainment schedule. We did see this before, but refreshing is probably useful. Mass ball, silent dinner, grand. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Where else can we poke around? Otherwise, we just wrap it up there. Unless somebody snuck into the bathhouse through the secret passage. If we can find some more of the locker keys, we might find more interesting stuff. Yeah, it's still locked up. Yeah, nothing inside, yeah. Nothing in the bin either. Missing towels. Unused towel. Slightly musty, only due to time. Lavender scent. We did see somebody that had like white on their hands. They said it was soap, didn't they? Well, yeah, we'll call it there. I don't think there's a lot else I can do right now. There's going to be... Everyone's going to change places shortly. So, we're going to be inside. Short of... Thing of note, yeah. Yeah. We'll skedaddle and call it for a day, because we can do a manual save at the very least. We don't need to have the rely on the autosaves, though the autosave did save our ass from being kicked out of the hotel. Eventually. So I guess we'll go plonk ourselves in the middle of the atrium, as it is central, and we'll be able to figure out where we're going to go from there next time. So have we made progress? It feels like we have, but not a huge amount. Like, the only other thing we could maybe do in these last couple of minutes is if there was maybe a new book has appeared on the table. I doubt it. Did anything trigger about doing research? I guess so, because there's a book on that lectern there. Ancient Egyptian. Oh, okay. This is about the vase. Cost us a minute. Last native pharaoh of Egypt was greatest magician of all the pharaohs. The vase is shrouded in legend. It is said to be adventurers and archaeologists have been obsessed with finding it throughout history. Once they attain it, they have a sudden and complete change in personality, often disappearing, leaving their lives and families behind. Last known owner of the vase was Wilhelmina Blake, whose uncle Lord Bernard Blake had recovered it from Giza in late 1700s. She disappeared not long after that. The current whereabouts of the vase are unknown. Let's title Wilhelmina. Thankfully, her book is right there. So I guess there's going to be certainly one more book appear, but I guess there's space enough here for a couple of small books. Go on then, we'll spend the minute on Wilhelmina. Born 1788, Thomas Blake, the 6th Marquess of Doon. She disappeared without trace the night of October 29th, 1828. Well, that's very close to when somebody else disappeared, isn't it? She had a passion for music from an early age and was often called upon to entertain her father's guests with piano recitals in the drawing room. The months leading to her disappearance, she developed a keen interest in Egyptology. After her uncle, Lord Bernard Blake, gifted her an ancient vase he recovered from an expedition in Giza. The vase disappeared on the same night as Lady Blake. Her father experienced episodes of melancholy in the later years and would roam the grounds searching for his daughter, adamant that she had never left Blake Manor. Her whereabouts and fate remain unknown. Got a minute. Oh, we have a hypothesis as well. Okay, then. Sure, we'll give into a hypothesis. Hello, Fears. You join us as I'm literally wrapping up for the day. We're just doing these last little tidy up bits. Right. Goal is to reclaim the stolen vase, but she has but she is tired? Because it is... Jewels, no. Cursed? That doesn't seem right. Obsessed because it's cursed, maybe? Okay, that works, apparently.
Mrs. Sham is searching for a vase stolen by Wilhelmina Blake, but she doesn't know it's cursed. I should find and confront her about this.
Is she still in the basement? Are we accusing? Is this how we're going to end it? I guess this is how we end it. And it does take us to the top of the hour. No, I think confronting doesn't pass the time. It might do. Okay. I believe she was down the stairs. No, not here. Down the stairs. Over here? Is she still... Yeah, she's still here. She hasn't figured out how to break in yet.
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me.
You're obsessed! Your goal is to reclaim the stolen vase, but you're obsessed because it's cursed.
Cursed? If you're trying to dissuade me, you will need to choose more than the hysteria of... You are serious.
I'm afraid so.
The thing hasn't left my mind since I first discovered its existence. Every moment I am awake, even when I am not, I think of that vase. If I'm very still, I feel it pulling me away from myself. And always, I hear a song in the back of my head I have never heard before. I wrote it down, though I do not know what for. Here, do you see? I am not myself.
Well, there was mention of the piano in the drawing room, wasn't there?
Not just obsession, then. I will not be subject to such a thing. Will you help me? Will you find and destroy it? Normally, I would not condone the destruction of something so ancient. But such a thing should never have survived this long. And take the music too, in case it helps you. If you find the artifact, Mr. Ward, you must break it. Leave nothing but powder and dust.
Well, we have a pretty good assumption where the music would lead us. To the drawing room! I know we said we were going to wrap up, but we have a lead. Uncle John's never given you an ancient bar, not even a bottle of the good stuff. Well, the good stuff is expensive. I only say that for special occasions. What are you doing staring out the window, Caitlin? Right, is the drawing room open? It is. Is there a piano in here? Yeah, it's got a similar vibe to just one more door, like say drawing room piano. There is no piano in here. I thought it said okay, Wilhelmina. That'd be under records? Documents, items. Sure it said drawing room. It might have been ballroom. I'm sure it's a drawing room though. Supplied with a piece of music required to be the key to the lock that hides the vase. We need to find a piano. Well, we tried to find your camera in your room, and it was still there, just invisible. Yeah, okay, right. Well, I guess we're looking for the piano next time. Act on our Hisham. Yeah. Can anyone remember where we've seen the piano? I might have to look over past footage of where we've seen piano. Definitely not in the bar. We've been in the dining room, but that's always been very specifically just sat down. This isn't the record. Perhaps I should test out one of my recordings. Very soothing, but does not seem to like this, like a safe place to fall asleep. And with that, someone intended to meet Miss Dean at the bar. Alright, well, I guess that's what we'll do next time. Though I'll have to remember that, won't I? And I've got to figure out where there's a piano. Oh, clunk. Somebody coming in or somebody leaving? Probably leaving. Oh, no.
Ciao. Ciao. For those of you I have not yet had the pleasure of meeting, I am Carmela Mantovani, and I'm here to talk about ghosts and all that we know about them.
I think we walk out the door. We need to figure out who's going to be in the bar, right? Or we roll it back.
If you'll excuse me.
Actually, we'll roll it back so I know I've got the option of either staying here for this talk or... there, yeah. Oh no. That's the ballroom, that's why. If we load back in the bar... That was the autosave. Okay, right. I might have to go through the steps. But oh well. We will leave it there, and I will figure out what we're going to do next time.